Tracker 6. This is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We have some numbers scattered across the board this morning, and we're actually not too bad right now in Lansing, sitting at 68, some 70s bookending us to our south and to our west. But there is cooler air that's yet to be had, and it's going to happen when we change our wind direction. We can see that there are some clouds still around that cluster of rain and storms that's dying out. Still, we have some dry conditions in our area for the moment, but we'll track our rain chances coming up in more detail as 6 News This Morning continues.
WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News This Morning.
Right now, investigators searching for a gunman's motive after they say he shot and killed an NYPD officer and several others overnight. Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 29th. I'm Kirk Montgomery.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Megan Vaselli. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories.
Police say a gunman opened fire inside a Midtown Manhattan office building, killing 4 people, including that NYPD officer.
Investigators say then he barricaded himself inside the building before taking his own life.
Bradley Blackburn is here for you now with all the details.
Emergency responders carried a man from a high-rise building in Midtown Manhattan where a gunman opened fire, stopping on the street to perform CPR.
4 officers came out and they were carrying what looked like to me another officer that looked injured.
Police swarmed the building on Park Avenue minutes after shots were reported. One of their own is among those killed, 36-year-old Didarul Islam, an immigrant from Bangladesh who became an NYPD officer 3.5 years ago.
He was saving lives. He was protecting New Yorkers.
The suspect was identified as 27-year-old Shane Tamura from Las Vegas. Police say he drove his car cross-country, arriving just before the shooting and double parking outside. He then entered the building armed with an M4 rifle and started shooting.
The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar.
Police say he also shot and killed a security officer and injured another man before taking an elevator to the 33rd floor, where he continued shooting, killing 1 person. Police say that's where he took his own life.
His motives are still under investigation, and we are working to understand why he targeted this particular location.
The NYPD says another loaded gun and ammunition were found in the suspect's car. They say he had a history of mental illness. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The man accused of a stabbing rampage in a Traverse City Walmart makes his first appearance in court and pleads not guilty after being charged with terrorism and 11 counts of assault with intent to murder.
How do you pronounce your last name, sir?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
42-year-old Bradford James Gilly was arrested minutes after that stabbing attack that took place inside the store on Saturday. He was detained by people in the parking lot before police arrived. He's accused of using a folding knife to attack 11 people. He entered a plea of not guilty. The judge ordered him held on $100,000 bond.
Certainly is one of the most heinous accusations from an individual that's been before this court in 30-some years.
Investigators interviewed Gilly extensively but say a motive remains unclear. Prosecutors also say he has a history of mental illness and a criminal background that included assault and malicious destruction of property.
Developing this morning in Meridian Township, police say a woman was hit by a car. It happened around 5:30 yesterday evening on Hazlitt Road near the Parkwood YMCA in East Lansing. The woman was hurt and taken to the hospital for her injuries, but this morning we're still working to learn how she's doing. The Meridian Township Police Department hasn't said yet what may have led to the crash, but says the driver was not hurt and is cooperating. If you saw the crash or have any information that could help, call the department at the number on your screen.
A worker at a Mid-Michigan daycare has a court hearing scheduled this morning as she faces charges in 2 separate child abuse instances. Court records show Rebecca Kenny, the director of Happy Elephant Daycare in West Lansing, is charged with child abuse of the 4th degree for pulling a child's hair earlier this year. She also faces another similar charge for a separate incident that happened last year. A mother whose 1-year-old son attended that daycare spoke with 6 News earlier this year, accusing accusing Kenny of slapping him on the mouth last September. She then immediately pressed charges and removed her son from the child care facility. Kenny's hearing is scheduled at 8:30 this morning. 6 News will keep you updated.
Staying in court, a judge fines a Lansing area landlord $4,500 for housing code violations. This after the city filed a lawsuit against him. The suit focused on 8 of Christian Wabu's properties. The city says in one home, sewage is backed up into the basement, and in another, there's broken stairs and a furnace with missing pieces. During a court hearing, Nwabu was not able to provide enough evidence that he's making progress on bringing the properties up to code, so he got hit with the fine. Now he must make the necessary repairs by his next hearing on September 2nd or face another fine.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Taking a look out on our Capitol camera, you can see downtown pretty clearly. You can't see that everywhere. We have had some pockets of fog develop, one of which is easily viewable on our Jackson camera. Now, you can actually look over in the corner there, see all the way down to the street level. So the car in front of you should be visible. It's just off in the distance where it becomes an issue. The visibility down to 0 in Howell, seen 1/4 mile in Adrian, 1/2 mile in Jackson. Mason had been at 1/4 mile, now it's at the 10-mile maximum. So it shows this fog is going to be in dense pockets that are limited. You could drive a mile down the road, it'll be foggy, the next mile it'll be clear. It'll all clear up when we warm things up today, seeing some 70s still over towards our eastern side, some 60s here in Lansing and farther west. Temperatures will all warm up today, and the Crane family here in Weberville needs to make sure that they stay near a body of water. That's good advice for humans and pets too, because we're going to have temperatures back in the low 90s this afternoon. With the humidity, it'll feel like it's pushing close to 100, so be careful out there. We are seeing a repeat pretty much of yesterday's heat, just with a limited chance of a shower popping up, not as much rain.
Okay. Yeah, it's muggy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk outside and you have an audible oof come out. That's your forecast right there.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday look pretty good.
It does, yeah. At the end of this week, so much better.
Great.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Right,
Katie, thank you.
Still ahead, a Boy Scout being called a hero for saving a tourist on Mackinac Island. We'll tell you more about it in our What's on the Web segment.